Welcome to SPOTO's online quiz. Today, we'll explain real certification exam questions to help you prepare with confidence. Questions 1. What is a comparison of YAML and JSON? A .YAML has a more consistent approach to representing data compared to JSON. B.JSON does not support comments and YAML does. C.YAML is a more verbose data structure compared to JSON. D.JSON has more common usage in configuration management tools compared to YAML. You have 15 seconds to answer. Answer, B. YAML and JSON are both data serialization formats often used in configuration files. One of the key differences is that YAML supports comments, whereas JSON does not. Comments, YAML allows comments, which makes it easier to add explanatory notes within the configuration files. Data representation, both formats are used to represent data structures, but YAML is often considered more human-readable. Option B is correct as it highlights the difference that YAML supports comments while JSON does not. YAML and JSON documentation, YAML versus JSON. Questions 2. Fill in the blanks to complete the Python script to update the WebEx Teams membership of a room using the Python requests library import requests. Add.request headers payload. You have 15 seconds to answer. Answer, A. NaN. Questions 3. What are two considerations when selecting the best route for a network device to reach its destination? Choose 2. A.MAC address. B.metrics. C.administrative distance. D.IP address. E.subnet mask. You have 15 seconds to answer. Answer, B, C. When selecting the best route for a network device to reach its destination, the considerations include metrics. These are values used by routing protocols to determine the best path to a destination. Metrics can include factors like hop count, bandwidth, delay, load, and reliability. Administrative distance. This is a value used to rate the trustworthiness of the source of the routing information. Lower values indicate more trusted routes. Questions 4. Refer to the exhibit. A developer needs to upload a local file by using the REST API. The developer gathers information according to the documentation and sends the request by using the curl command in the exhibit but gets an error code. Which action should be followed to get valid response? A. Change content type as JSON. B. Add the authorization header with the access token. C. Add a username password combination to request command. D. Change request method as GET. You have 15 seconds to answer. Answer, B. In the provided curl command, the developer needs to include an authorization header with the access token to authenticate the API request. Without proper authentication, the server will reject the request and return an error code. Questions 5. Refer to the exhibit. A developer creates a script to obtain a list of devices by using the Cisco DNA Center API. The remote server authorizes the request only if an authentication token is supplied in the headers. A function named get_auth_token must retrieve a valid token by using HTTP basic authentication. Which code must be added to complete the get_auth_token function? A.resp equals requests.post, URL, auth equals HTTP basic auth, DNSE_user, DNSE_password. Token equals resp JSON, token. Return token. B.resp equals requests.post, URL, auth satface DNSE_user, DNSE_password. Token equals resp JSON, token. Return token. C.resp equals http.post, URL, auth equals HTTP basic auth, DNSE_user, DNSE_password. Token equals resp JSON, token. Return token. D.resp equals http.post, URL, auth satface DNSE_user, DNSE_password. Token equals resp JSON, token. Return token. You have 15 seconds to answer. Answer, A. To complete the get_auth_token function in the script to obtain a valid authentication token using HTTP basic authentication, you need to use the requests library correctly. The correct approach involves using the requests.post method with the HTTP basic auth function. A. RESP equals requests.post, URL, auth equals HTTP basic auth, DNSE_user, DNSE_password, token equals resp JSON, token, return token. Correct. This option uses requests.post and HTTP basic auth properly. It retrieves the token from the JSON response. B. RESP equals requests.post, URL, auth satface DNSE_user, DNSE_password, token equals resp JSON, token, return token. Incorrect. This option incorrectly passes the auth credentials as a tuple without HTTP basic auth. C. RESP equals http.post, URL, auth equals HTTP basic auth, DNSE_user, DNSE_password, token equals resp JSON, token, return token. Incorrect. HTTP is not a valid method from the requests library. D. RESP equals http.post, URL, auth satface DNSE_user, DNSE_password, token equals resp JSON, token, return token. Incorrect. This option uses http.post, which is incorrect. Requests HTTP for humans. Cisco DNA Center Platform. Question 6. Refer to the exhibit. A developer wants to create a room named Cisco through WebEx API. The developer prepares the request by putting an API token inside the authorization header. However, the given HTTP call returns error code 400. How must the call parameters be changed to ensure a valid response? A. Replace the team body parameter with the name body parameter. B. Replace Cisco with a valid name for a team. C. Change the token in the header with the authorization token. D. Change the HTTP method of the call to put. You have 15 seconds to answer. Answer, A. The HTTP call to create a room named Cisco through the WebEx API is returning a 400 bad request error because the body parameter is incorrect. The correct body parameter to create a room is name instead of team. A. Replace the team body parameter with the name body parameter, correct. The correct parameter for creating a room is name. B. Replace Cisco with a valid name for a team, incorrect. The issue is with the parameter name, not the value. C. Change the token in the header with the authorization token, incorrect. The token appears to be correct since it is a 400 error and not a 401 unauthorized error. D. Change the HTTP method of the call to put, incorrect. The correct HTTP method for creating a room is POST. Cisco WebEx API documentation, create a room. Question 7. Which API must an engineer use to change a netmask on a Cisco iOS XE device? A. Meraki. B. RESTconf/young. C. SD-WAN. D. DNAC. You have 15 seconds to answer. Answer, B. RESTconf and YANG are used for network configuration and management on Cisco iOS XE devices. RESTconf provides a REST-like interface for accessing YANG-defined data models, allowing engineers to change configurations such as netmasks through programmable interfaces. Cisco DevNet Associate Study Guide, Network Programmability and Automation, Chapter 6, Section, using RESTconf and YANG. Don't want to miss any exam content? Visit the SPOTO website now to take a free practice exam. Or add us on WhatsApp for everything you need to know.